Today we're going to work on a very important skill that's further developing your function skills. We're going to write function rules, so remember, take your notes, write down any questions you have, and answer the hot question at the end. Happy dancing baby, just because why wouldn't you want to look at a cute baby? And some tips. So when we're writing a function rule, it's the same as writing an equation for a word problem. You have to think about what you know and what you're looking for. The only difference here is that we'll be writing with two variables instead of one like you're used to in the past. So example 1, we're going to write a function rule from this word problem. So you can estimate the temperature by counting the number of chirps of the snowy tree cricket. The outdoor temperature is about 40 degrees Fahrenheit more than 1/4 the number of chirps the cricket makes in 1 minute. What is a function rule that represents this situation? So I'm just going to highlight some important information in this. The outside temperature is about 40 degrees more than 1/4 the number of chirps the crickets make in 1 minute. So what we're looking for, what we're measuring, is the temperature. So my dependent variable is the temperature. That is my y value. But for now we're going to represent it as t or y. And then my independent value, the one that we're counting, that we can control, is the number of chirps the cricket makes. So number of cricket chirps, and I'm going to make that a C. But I'm also going to put an X in parentheses to show you how that correlates. So now, to write my function rule, the outside temperature T is equal to, I'm just going to write what this sentence says here, 40 degrees Fahrenheit more, so that's 40 more than 1/4 the number of chirps a cricket makes in 1 minute. And that's all I have to do. That's my final answer for my equation that I built from the word problem. It's just reading the sentence that you're given and building a function from that. Please write down any questions you have. Where did your variables come from? Why did you put the 1/4 with C? Why did you separate T? Again, the temperature is what we're looking for as we're measuring. 40 more, it says right here, 40 degrees Fahrenheit more than 1/4 the number of cricket chirps. That's where this came from. Please write down any questions that you have. And then we're evaluating a function rule is also something you're going to have to do. So you're not only going to have to write the rule, you're going to have to evaluate it to solve a problem. So this question says a kennel charges $15 per day to board dogs. Upon arrival, each dog must have a flea bath that costs $12. Write a function rule for the total cost n days of boarding plus a bath. And then how much does a 10-day stay cost? So this is a two-part question. So we need to write a rule for the total cost for n days of boarding plus a bath. So cost is going to equal C. And n, as they give us, is going to equal a days. So whenever they say total, like last example is total temperature, total cost now we're working with, it's going to be our y value, our dependent variable, what's being measured. So it's going to be by itself on the other side of the equal sign. So C is equal to, well, the cost is $15 per day. That's a piece of information we're given. And then there's a one-time cost of $12 for a flea bath. So I'm going to say 15 times n, the number of days, plus 12 for that one-time flea bath is the total cost of any duration of stay that a dog has. But we're being asked in the second part to evaluate for 10 days. So what I'm going to do is just plug in 10 for the n and evaluate for the total cost. So C equals 15 times 10 plus 12. C equals 150 plus 12. C equals 162. It's going to cost $162 for a 10-day stay. Again, writing these function rules are just about reading the problem, figuring out what you're looking for, and then sometimes you're going to have to go one step further to evaluate. So your hot question, a worker's earnings E are a function of the number of hours N worked at a rate of $8.75 per hour. Write a function rule to model this situation. So you want to know the total earnings based on the number of hours worked at a rate of $8.75 per hour, and you need a function rule to model that. Just write your function rule in for your hot question and come in with any questions you have tomorrow.